guys, Kaz Pierce here, and just wanted to take you through one of my most recent adventures, which was creating a dark Dutch pour. So normally when we do a Dutch pour, you know, it's a white background and we get some gorgeous colours on the canvas and take to it with the hairdryer and magic happens. This time I decided I wanted to work with a black background, so I've pre-painted the canvas in black, let that dry for a couple of days, and now I'm flooding the canvas with this luscious black paint that I've made up, all thick and gooey and just fabulous. Very often with a Dutch pour or with any technique where you're taking the hairdryer to the paint, you can find that you don't get the paint to move as you think it will, and that is purely it can be from having the hairdryer at maybe the wrong angle, and you've got to be really decisive with the hairdryer. Like, you've got to be prepared to really push the paint and be quite vicious with it. No holds barred, just the hairdryer on full, really close to the paint and really wanting to move it quickly across the canvas. When using the hairdryer, you can, if you do too many kind of push, you can end up making the paint mix and the whole thing just turns to mud. The other thing you can do if you don't have enough paint on the canvas, you can get a very ragged look, like overstretched, too many cells, too lacy, like something that's like a leaf that's lost all of its moisture and it's just that skeletal frame. And if that's the look you're going for, that's fine, but very often you want things to look like they've been fluid, not dried out. So here I've put an extra bund of black paint around my little puddle, and now I'm going to take to it with the hairdryer, and I've got to say this is quite spectacular because never seen quite so much paint leave the canvas at speed with the hairdryer as with this little piece. It was really quite satisfying. So there, you know, I've got a really nice balance between having pushed the paint and still having some good sections of colour. At the same time, I didn't really want that big section of white there that looked a bit bland. You really want the paint to express. And also here, I kind of felt like I didn't have enough of my gorgeous violet, so I've added another little puddle and taken to it with the straw. So just kind of playing with it, pushing it around until I get it to the point where I find the composition and the texture pleasing, and I feel there's enough, you know, that nice balance between the expression and the solidity. I want that transparency, but I want there still to be colour. And then, of course, you can cheat. You can take to it with a tool. You can give it that extra language. I'm adding, you know, just some really beautiful fluid lines, nice counterpoint to all the cells and the laciness. And it's giving me a really nice, like, nexus, like it is maybe some bizarre, exotic, but slightly terrifying, gorgeous orchid. And then torching at the end just to finish everything off and to bring out more cells and work with that texture, you know, get it to the point where I'm really happy with it. And I've got to say I was really happy with this piece.